I mean, for me, I have nothing but the utmost confidence in Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell because ever since they have come in to Detroit, ever since they assumed the mantle of GM and head coach, they have had a clear plan, a clear idea of what they wanted to do. It wasn't like they were throwing darts at a dartboard and saying, I wonder what one will stick. And if it sticks, that's what we go with. They're like, no, this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to follow the plan. We're going to trust the process, as Brad Holmes likes to say, and we're going to stick to our guns, irregardless of what all the national media pundits say, irregardless of what people outside of the building want to tell them they should do. They're like, listen, we know what we want to do, and this is what we're going to do. And it's so refreshing to have a GM and head coach that have a clear plan on what they want to do in Detroit after so many years and regimes where it felt like they were just wandering around stumbling in the dark.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. I also Brad Holmes has been awesome so far, knock on wood. Hopefully these guys he just drafted all pan out. But like outside of actual moves that they've made, personnel they've gotten, I just like them. Like that's so fun. I just like the GM. I like the coach. Matt Patricia, I actually couldn't stand looking at the guy, let alone rooting for him. And it's Dan Campbell, even if it never works out, if nothing ever comes of it, hey, you know what? At least I was a fan. At least I enjoyed him. At least he seemed like a good dude and was somebody that I wanted to see be successful. It's like it's hard. It's hard to have a head coach of your favorite team and the guy's like you just don't you're just not into it. You know what I mean? Like Matt Patricia, he's the coach of the Lions, so I guess I want him to win. But
I'm gonna be entirely fair because when we first hired Matt Patricia, again, I tried to be hopeful about him. Hey, this is a guy that had won multiple Super Bowls with the Patriots. I was like, could he finally get the Lions to actually have some of the semblance of success? So at first, I was all
right.
for Matt Patricia, but the problem
That
was
part.
is that he came into a perfect situation where we had a playoff team in essence. When we had Chip Caldwell, we went to the playoffs 2 times under his 4 years as head coach. And for Matt Patricia's ability to have a winning program in New England, he just could not make it work in Detroit. And I think a lot of that was the fact that he thought he was the smartest guy in the room. He thought that he could do things his own way. And players in Detroit don't work that way. Players in Detroit want somebody that is personable, that will be able to talk to them, that will actually be able to relate to them. And Matt Patricia just couldn't do that. But with Dan Campbell, you can relate to them. He's a player's coach because he actually was a player. He played for Detroit. He knows what it's like to play in this city and to play for the Lions. He knows that struggle and he can relate very well to these players.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?